America, every 67 seconds, someone is diagnosed with this horrific disease called Alzheimer's. The reality behind Alzheimer's is disturbing because it shows us how important and dangerous it can be and how it can affect the family and not just the patient. From personal experience, my grandfather passed away in 2008 with Alzheimer's, so I know a lot about this disease. He was diagnosed with it in 2002, and it took about 6 or 7 years for him to actually get to where he was. I realized how fast disease can take over one's body so quickly and end their lives with the inability to remember the ones who cared. The three main topics I'll be talking today to show you what Alzheimer's is the background information and the ability to detect signs, the unsettling statistics of Alzheimer's, and the effect not only the patient has, but also the effect that the caregivers have. Now that you're aware of what we're going to talk about, let's start with the background information. Stated from Alzheimer's Association, Alzheimer's is a type of dementia that causes people to have many problems with memory, thinking, and behavior. Most people don't start developing this disease until they're the age of 65 or over. There's not a cure for this disease, but scientists and researchers have found a procedure that causes these signs to slow down but does not stop the disease from progressing. Some of the main signs are memory loss, confusion on time, problems speaking, and the main one is long-term memory, such as knowing people's names and also forgetting how to walk every day. Now that you know the definition and the signs of Alzheimer's, we're going to talk about the statistics. The idea of how harsh these statistics are shows you what Alzheimer's really can do to people. 1 in 9 people over 65 have Alzheimer's in the United States. This is the 6th leading cause of death in the United States, and it kills more people than prostate and breast cancer combined. This chart shows you that the population of people in Alzheimer's is 36 million worldwide, 5 million in the United States, and 0.34 million in Texas, which is about 340,000. Now that shows you statistics recorded by the Alzheimer's Association and Alzheimer's Net, let's talk about how it affects the family. Most people just think about the patient when it comes to Alzheimer's, and they don't think about the caregivers and how it takes a toll on their lives. Consider this. Think of how you have a grandfather or grandmother who knows your name and thinks of you every day, and then one day, after 6 or 7 years, they forget who you are and they don't know you. That can take a toll on anyone's life, especially for the people that they care about. That patient starts to become dependent on the caregivers, which causes the caregivers to have to take care of them, which there's a statistic of 15.5 million caregivers providing $17.7 billion of unpaid work every year. This pie chart shows you that the ages of Alzheimer's caregivers is 55 to 64 at 33%, and following is 45 to 54 people at 23%. Those are normally the ages because it's normally the spouse who is taking care of the patient. Now that I've showed you the pie chart and all of the effects that it has on the family, you also need to realize that the caregivers need to always ask for help and always have someone to depend on. Now that you know what Alzheimer's is, remember what the disease is and how to detect signs of someone, alarming statistics and how common this disease is for the elderly, and how it can affect family and how the family can cope with it. I lost someone with this horrific disease, so be aware of the effects it has on everyone. Be prepared for the worst, whether or not it may come.